I really like playing Persona, like, a lot. I've played Persona 1, both the Persona 2 games, 3, 4, and 5, and the multitude of sequels that came out for each game. Really, the only game I haven't played is Persona 3 Reload, and I'm saving that for a time that I'm emotionally stable so I can play through that story, because, oh boy. But besides the continuation of Elizabeth's story, the thing I think we're going to see is Persona 6. Let's be honest. That's going to be the next title. And personally, after playing this for so many hours this entire series, there's a lot of things I would like to see and a lot of things I don't really care about. But I'm just going to list off a few of the things I would like to see in the next game.
I think switching the progression system from the dungeon to dungeon style to something along the lines of a Tartarus style dungeon system again, but making it non-linear, making you able to save certain teammates or doing certain quests in whatever order you would actually open up a lot more in terms of story and just branching paths and branching narratives. Also, I wasn't really sure what to write for this as I couldn't really think of anything, but in Persona 6 I would like to see a new way of summoning your persona, but make it really, really cool. Like shooting yourself.
Also, just bring back the card cafe from Persona 4 Golden, goddammit. I mean, I liked Yusuke creating the cards in Persona 5, but I don't know, there was something about the aesthetic of going to the cafe on your scooter and getting the card made. It was just kind of cool, I don't know. I'd like to see a cool way of doing that made.
Now, I know that there would never be a character creator in Persona that allows you to go fully into detail of what you want your character to look like. So, I think switching from a male-only protagonist to a Pokemon-styled character selector would be a good compromise. Also, to go alongside that, make all the characters romanceable regardless of gender. Make it up to the player what their sexuality is. Especially if they decide to go with more mature characters, it should really be about immersing yourself into the story. And if you can reflect the way you identify, I feel as if that opens up a lot of doors. But this is Atlas, so I don't think that'll fucking happen. When taking a look at the Persona games, you'll notice that each of them have a distinct color given to them. Persona 1 and Persona 2 Eternal Punishment are purple, Persona 2 Innocent Sin and Persona 5 are red, and Persona 4 is yellow, and then for Persona 3 we have the colors blue and pink. Now, it seems as if the majority of fans believe that the color for Persona 6 will be green. And I mean, yeah, green is awesome. A green coloring would be fun. They can make the theme of the game more of a technology-based story, or something along the lines of that, I'm not too sure. I created 4 separate mock-ups, using each of the ideas I had just as a proof of concept. There's the first green one, inspired by The World Ends With You and the Persona Q games. Then the second one, which I try to give more of a technology matrix type theme. The pink one, which, to be honest, I just kind of wanted to make a pink logo. And my final one, which I will explain now. I think pink, orange, or even both together would be a great color theme. The two colors combined would lead themselves very well into a 70s disco funk style. Oh, especially if the soundtrack genre for the game is disco as well. Each soundtrack for each game really has to sell you on the atmosphere and tone they are bringing to the table. Like Persona 3 having the rap rock OST while being a darker game checks out. Persona 4 being all pop and upbeat with dark hints is exactly the type of story 4 brings us, and 5 having multiple subgenres of jazz depending on which scenario you find yourself in. I really think that they could go in whatever direction they want. Though, personally, I'm leaning more towards the disco direction. Like, imagine a Persona game set in the 70s and you're battling to the Bee Gees. Or they could go in a horrible direction where Persona Trinity Soul comes out of nowhere with its fucking terrible music.
What is it? Come in your house like carpet.
Check it out, I'm in the house like carpet. And if there's too many heads on my blunt, I won't spark it, I'll put it in my pocket and save it like rocket.
What I would really like is let Lotus Juice and Lynn collab and make a crazy batshit bonkers off the wall rap rock OST, please. Actually, no. Atlas, give us a 70s disco soundtrack and time period now. The Persona franchise is mainly centered around high school aged characters, with there only being a few instances of adult party members, like in Persona 2. I think this time around, switching the characters to college students would allow the story to open up even more in terms of how they can write their characters. Now, when I first played the original Persona 4, I was only halfway through high school. And as I went through the game, it felt real to me. The characters felt real, all their stories felt real, as I was also solving Scooby-Doo mysteries and fighting God after math class. Honestly, the best approach Atlas could take to this is aging the series alongside the fans. I know Persona has been around a lot longer than I have, but with the current fan base being a lot younger, I believe that would be the right step to take. Also, I think this would also fix some of the issues of the romancing options feeling a little weird, considering all the characters are underage.
I mean, there have been some pretty questionable moments in the series, like being able to romance Ken in Persona 3 Portable. So, that leads me to bring up my most wanted feature, sex.